everyone. Today I'll be talking about how organizing your speech is crucial so it can be presented in an easy to follow manner for an audience. Nobody likes a messy speech, so I'll be showing you the do's and don'ts of how to organize your speech. So let's get started. The most known way of organizing a speech is to divide it into three parts. Number one, the introduction. Number two, the body or main part. And number three, the conclusion. The intro is what you would write first. When writing your intro, make sure it piques the audience's attention so they're interested in learning, because nobody likes a boring speech. The most important part of an intro is the hook. You should try and create a hook sentence that draws your audience's attention by hooking them in. An example of a hook could be a rhetorical question or a quote. The intro should also explain what the topic of your speech is going to be, so nobody is confused by what you will be discussing. And if you're debating, it should clearly state your opinion about the motion, whether you're for or against the motion. Let's move on to the body of your speech. After you're done with your intro paragraph, you should move on to the main part of your speech, the body. The body explains what your perspective is on the topic you're discussing and why other people should agree with your point of view. For a debate, the body should comprise of 2 to 3 arguments and supporting details, explaining why your side is in the right and why the other side is wrong. Your body should have supporting details to back up your arguments or perspectives. The supporting details should all flow well and follow a chronological or logical order. Think of any examples you can to support your speech. And remember, the body is the longest and most informative part of your speech, so try and put a lot of effort into it. And finally, I'll be sharing how to write your conclusion, the last part of your speech. When writing your conclusion, make it memorable and let it leave a lasting impression on the audience. For speeches, make sure the conclusion gives a summary of your beliefs on the topic you're discussing, and make sure it's impactful to the audience and leaves them wondering about the topic. It should also signal to the audience that the speech is coming to an end. Regarding the conclusion for debates, summarize your arguments once again, but also make sure the final sentences are attention-grabbing and demonstrate why you should win and what are the benefits of your side. For persuasive speeches, the conclusion should be able to convince people about your opinion, and for informative speeches, it should review the main points and reinforce the thesis. And for those of you who don't know what a thesis is, it's a sentence that describes the topic and main ideas of your speech. Intro, body, and conclusion are all key aspects to writing a speech. They're the symbols that make a speech so interesting to hear. If you didn't use these, your speech would not be structured and come across as unappealing to everyone listening. These aspects are fundamental to creating a speech, and you should always utilize them the best you can. So, now that you know how to organize your speech, make use of this organization strategy in the future, so you know how to properly organize and write your speeches.